Box 30 Astral Guided Trip to Agartha. To step into Agartha, it is necessary first of all to have certain knowledge of what it is exactly this place, even the way it is composed and what kind of energies are there. This is a dimension where we can be transported by working with our inner child soul. Into my contact code box 30, I'm told this plane is located inside Aurora star. It is light years right behind the South Cross constellation. One must travel millions and millions light years to reach it. This star plays as some sort of interdimensional and magnetic launcher entrance towards Agartha. It is a small white, sparking and brighting star, as if it were made of tiny brilliantine particles around it. Quite beautiful for sight. In order to arrive to it, I ought to be capable to take my inner child soul back to me and make that being inside myself. For this task, it will be needed that I step into an orange room, where I can see a table therein, with a photograph of myself on it. This picture belongs to my childhood, when I was 2 years old age. To begin with the procedure, I must only stare at that photo. I see myself sitting next to Mom. She is young in the shot and wearing a red short pant with a striped little shirt. I was very young, and Mom was embracing me in that picture. And watching this shot, I shall be able to have access right to that moment in time, and my mind will be taking up that little Frank's body to undertake the trip. At making this procedure, I'll be traveling in time, remembering that precise moment on the shot, when I wasn't used to understand some things about life itself yet. By that age, I was learning in everything. I was beginning with the filling up of my data bank. I used to be a minded virgin-like being. At taking this code, in the very moment Mom's holding me in her arms, I can observe a dimensional little red gate opening right some meters in front of me. We were located in a hospital nice garden courtyard in the moment we took that shot. Suddenly I can see a small heady being popping into reality from inside this reddish dimensional entrance. He has big eyes, and his eyes is about less than a meter tall. He is wearing an orange shirt with the letter M drawn on his chest, short black trousers and red shoes. He is white-skinned boy, black short-haired. He is a being who always appeared in my mind, who I believed to be his creator. His name is Benito. He has made communication with me since I was an infant. He had an outstanding contact with me, even showed me the most impressive Agartha places. At the same time, has taught me how it is possible to live beyond death, and how to feel immortal. Now that this is his main skill, nobody could ever destroy him or even take his life away. Now that his cells have the ability to regenerate in question of seconds. He is also managing power over matter, being capable to create weapons, all the ones he wishes. Also, the power to become real almost everything he imagines and summons, to turn it all into matter. But everything with a certain limitation too. He can also divide himself into 100 clones and much more. He starts inviting me to follow him through the red portal located in that garden. I can see Mom watching me while she tells me, "Don't go away, son. Where are you going?" And I reply her, Don't be afraid, ma'am. I'm going for a journey. I'll be coming back soon. Then she remains standing, as if were wishing to hold me, but I rush into the red portal following Manito. I'm walking behind him, can see his big head and tiny body clearly stepping forth. Then we begin entering through some kind of red tube portal-like path, similar to a tunnel. I can notice inside here that the same space-time speed goes by faster than in third dimension. So I glance this portal turning into many red lines around, as if we were traveling into quantical speeds until reaching Aurora Star. Once we had tripped throughout several dimensions and times into this tube, I observe us appearing and floating in the same space, standing on a red platform, which looks like a perfect red circle. Manito stares at me, while shows me Aurora Star in opposite. It is very huge in relation to our size. We both look like a bit of sand aside it, so I am told we must be taken into the star core by this platform. Manito says to me that I shouldn't be scared. Nothing will happen to me. So we get absorbed inside, just like a black hole leaking in our bodies right to its center. I can feel some sort of strong wind in my ears and hair. It is a leaking-like trip towards Aurora Star Core, which shall boost us right through Agartha, the children's world. A world of dreams, a world of superheroes, a world of purity, a world of endless joy. Right towards there we're going. We have already traveled through Aurora Star. In this moment I find myself standing in the platform, along with Manito, at a wonderful place which looks rather similar to a paradise. How to describe it? I can simply tell I'm seeing a huge garden, and we stand on a great paving stone circle. Can also watch short green grass and flowers. Very far at the distance, some glowing falls made of brighting, pure and crystallized waters. I can even watch flying platforms on the sky with people on them. These skies are beautiful light blue trimmed by two suns, one near the other. It is a quite weird place, and Manito tells me it's not a planet. It's not physical. If you wish arriving here, you could only make it by carrying joy, purity and childhood deep inside yourself. Even admiration. Not that all the beings who live there, they feed up themselves by the admiration all children feel for them. If you have that admiration for your heroes inside your heart, you'll be welcome to Agartha. And you'll be able to manage yourself just like a fish into water. It is what Manito is telling me. Go ahead, my brother. Here's the point in which you may choose up the hero you wish to be your guide in this journey. If you have a favorite one you ever admired since you were an infant, just imagine him and he will turn real in this very moment and shall lead you on this trip. If you're listening this record, just do it. Imagine your favorite superhero, that one you ever loved, who you always wished to be. Right in this moment, he materializes himself in a very impressive clearness for your sights. He is looking at you, watches you, and stretches out his hand in order to guide you throughout Agartha. You may do this travel with the hero you choose. In my particular case, I pick Manito to make this work with me. In this hand, I start seeing myself running across the garden, following Manito in a huge speed. You feel no tiredness here. Grasp over matter defeats physical limitation. Doubts and fears don't exist either. In the very moment you enter it, Agartha, all those named concepts go completely erased and are left behind in the past. Your human life, here it comes to be only a very far dream from much time ago in the past. Here you just dream about all the facts lived in your human life, which now belong to a past. But Agartha is real. That's why, from this dimension, from this reality itself, humankind and his life is only a dream, and forever will mean that concept for all the beings who are inhabiting here. In this moment, I'm staring a very mostly and cynometric being standing opposite me. He wears a golden cloak. I understand they are beings similar to heroes, and they tell me to call them zeros. Can see many ones of them telling me, "We know you are coming from our dreams. You might be belonging to Earth dimension, precisely from Milky Way galaxy, where we know there are human civilizations. We believe to have dreamt about you once in a long time here." So I reply, "That's it, brothers. I am your dream, but now I became real inside your dimension, and you are all my real dream now." So we keep running together with Benito until we arrive to an immense cliff. In the moment we stand there on the edge, we can see some kind of large and infinite fall. Its size is thousands and thousands of kilometers height. It is a circle with many falls surrounding its edges, which seem really infinite. We are standing in a section named Magical. That is another dimensional gate within Agartha. And then Benito whispers me, "Don't forget you're a 2-year-old child now." So I watch myself using that infant's body, but my mind belongs to a 30-year-old man. Nevertheless, I'm told we must dive through this abyss fall. So we jump down, falling with our foreheads looking at the abyss. Just like when you jump down to a pool. The sensation is really pleasant. You feel a swift and soft air buzzing in your ears, meanwhile you keep falling on and on. Finally, we land on rather warm waters. They get no weight, neither pressure. At swimming throughout this portal, we can appear into another Agartha place. In this time, we are entering to a section named Cohort. In here, we'll be meeting all the children who have arrived to Agartha before us. So I can see 1,000 boys and girls standing on another large flat garden. They're all infants. Can notice no adults around. They all welcome me. They are living here only to play the eternities and eternities. They are stuck in time and age. They can live in eternity and know how to do it. I start sharing games with them, hidings, chasings. We play to be heroes, whereas Manito's watching from a red platform floating still in the sky. He'll be uttering some words, and the children yell, "Hey you! Manito's coming to speak to us all. Let's listen." The message is next. "And having arrived towards this point, you've also been capable to come back to childhood. To rewind your mind in time and space, it's what you've been allowed in Agartha. From the furthest constellations in the universe, where many Agarthian beings live on, we have all finally met in this point, bringing with you all those ones capable to follow you in this trip. They are granted by me. If you wish reaching out for a child soul, you'll be first having to know how to rewind your matter and travel in time. It is a fully possible fact for you to undertake. Taking for granted that you're still living in some kind of a stone age in your dimension won't be so easy to make it like us. When we have been through oldness before, I can tell you that after death itself, there comes a time rewinding state in which you repeat a childhood cycle, coming back to it again. That's exactly what happens here on Agartha. We became capable to hold time into the childhood state. When you are 3 or 4 years old approximately, we can't be polluted. The fact that an adult should come here should pollute us all. Only children and superheroes can live together in Agartha forever. They both have come to full agreements as races. We are all one, and heroes are also like infants. Evilness doesn't exist here anymore, now that no one can suffer physical damage, and they all play games to be evil and good. As we are a brotherhood, welcome you'll be to this place. Even all those ones who are accompanying you by listening this record, they are also children like you, because you've been aware of it, recognizing yourself as an infant. Precisely for that, you become my brother now. You are whoever you feel you are. Here, we shall play forever. Benit is a friend you can count on eternally. There are no troubles or conflicts here. Your human past life doesn't exist no more. It never happened. You just dreamt it. You only wish to play and wish to be like your hero, because you are the main hero in Agartha. We love you very much, and we love each other too, and we'll be waiting for all human beings here. Trip back in time. You jump towards your first mind state, when you were beginning to know it all in your life. There you can find such amazing evolution. Right when you arrive to that level, then you'll be obtaining your ticket to Agartha. Everything will come when you'll be able to travel in time. That's mainly Manito's message for everyone on Earth. I can only thank the brother and start crying in emotion while I embrace him, kissing his cheek. Meanwhile, all the children shout loud. Manito smiles at me, and then invites me to step on the red platform again. Now he'll be sending me up alone towards the last Agartha section. I can watch myself being lifted upwards among the clouds, and finally arrive to a golden circle platform. Standing on it, can notice several golden jars around, and in the end, a small golden house far in the distance. So I'm told this is the last Agartha place acknowledged as Merkurak. Here I'll be simply finding myself. Inside that little house, there is your own inner child waiting you to arrive and then give you a message. When I get near, can see all the heroes standing around me and the house. Quite incredible how perfect they are all. Every superhero I've ever admired since child. They are giving welcome to me by clapping my back. Can't still believe this. Not only they own an incredible perfection, but also have grasp of an amazing power. Here you may play with us forever. Welcome you are, Frank. We have been waiting for you from years and years ago. Where has that child got lost? Some of them ask me. Now you've met your inner child again, Frank. That's why you are here. Thereafter I can see that they allow me to come into this tiny golden house. In order to finish this trip, I'm finally entering to this place. Once in, I can watch eternal darkness, and only a little piece of light shining from above at the end. There appears a small chair opposite my location, lighted down by some kind of reflector above it. When it turns to me, I meet myself as a 2-year-old child. I can see myself holding a toy in my hand. It is a He-Man, one of my oldest heroes. In this way, I feel I must only pay attention to this boy's words. My inner child will be talking to me right now. I don't truly know what in fact happened with you. We both got lost in the way. I understand you may have taken your own path, and so I did. But now, we are meeting again. I was looking for you. I could never find you again in time. Now that you are here, I beg you not to get lost. Don't get far away from me. I'm your salvation, your perfection. I'm your brother, your essence, your beginning. I get a mission for you, and this mission is that you take care of me. Don't lose me. Don't let me get stranded, because it will cost you another long trip to find me again. Magneto has guided you to me because you were capable to travel in time to your past. I had departed with him much time ago, and since then we have both been living here. Hoping you to figure out, I had been calling you out. Each time you felt a very far voice inside yourself, and you ever ignored it, was me saying, "Come, come Frank, let's go and play together. I want playing with you. Come on Frank, I'm here in Agartha. You must reach out for Aurora Star. Come catch me, Frank. Frank, come." If you remembered my call, now you're finally knowing it was with the purpose to meet you again. Let us play for an eternity. Let's live here together. This is your place. You're welcome. And if you had to go back to your dimension, at least you do know where I am and where you can always find me. I will respect what you choose for your life, but you take for granted that I'll be eternally a part of you, and we are brothers here, where time has been halted. I shall live here forever. I only thank that little child's words. He'll be living in cosmical eternal childhood. Once I already heard this message, I start crying on precisely like an emotional child. And also thank to all the superheroes who let me be part of this voyage, which was a full honor to me. With tears in my eyes, I finally say goodbye to them all, while they reply me back in the same way. "See you when you wish, Frank. We'll be waiting for you." That's what they tell me. Now I must come back to Earth, but I'm knowing I have left my mark here on Agartha, witnessing my own presence. "Thank you eternally, my brothers," I tell them. Box 30, Astral Guided Trip, Agartha.